and stuff. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. If you're a children or an easily disturbed, you must get out. Trick or treat. I'm still eating my sandwich, but I'm almost done. And I figured I would at least come on, give people something to look at, so that everyone doesn't assume that I'm just not here or that the stream already ended. Your candy is in Missouri. Good luck. How's everybody doing? Are you having a spooktacular evening? Easily disturbed, Candy. Welcome to the white van. I'm doing pretty good. I just started up. This is immediately what it starts with. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit this place. So if anyone has anxiety or depression, here's your chance to opt out or see some stuff. I'm at least 13 years of old. I'm like 20-something. Ding. I agree. Make that 3 warnings. Okay, ramp that text speed up. Guys will have to let me know, as my sound quality good? Can you still hear the music and sound? Yes, if you have crippling depression, do not watch.
How did you find my village? Why do those people know my name?
Oh hey, Rayonin. Welcome to the party. I'm just about to begin. I know a little bit. I know like what the first hour I think of this game is kind of like. But I just heard a really brief description. And yeah, this is actually small enough so I can see the names that pop up, so I'll be able to do stuff. Is there a game to load? No. They give you 9 pages worth of slots? Jeez. Enter your name. Should I be Hardleg? Or should I make up a funny name? Like, frick shit how?
How did you find my village? Why do those people know my name?
Or Scordongo. Funny name, let's see.
How did you find my village? Why
Hey
do
there,
those people
Never
know my
Job.
name?
Welcome.
Who are they?
Now, Scordongo's already the hardleg
How did you
dog.
find my village?
Hello,
Why do those people know
acrylicism.
my name? Who
Lots
are
of
they?
people following for some reason. Hard Lenny. Name yourself Treat Me? Okay. Treat me. I think that sounds interesting. I like being named after stuff. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
How did you find my village? Why do
Howdy,
those people
Jaeger
know my name?
XXXIV.
Who are they?
The real question is, why am I not running in the opposite direction like I do all the other time? Hi, Dark Suplex. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Why are so many people joining suddenly? What is this? Better save the game. There we go. Save often. Return. Yo, it's my dude, Hardleg. It is. Best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Oh, thank you, Life. Leader of Cola Gaming. I think that's like the only donation I've got in the last like 3 months that hasn't been Joe Average. Thank you. You're the best. Best! Alright, so Sayori is our good friend. Save after every speech bubble. It's not Joe Average, I know. You know the kind of friend you've never seen yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long? No. I don't have any friends that I didn't meet in at least middle school. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. That's what I've been saying! However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. I don't know how to make... I'm gonna do all these girl voices. I don't have any... Make it rain. Best part. Someone dares play his music? That's Joe Average's music. You know, this thing is so long because I don't expect to get more than one donation a stream. Around, nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Best. Okay. Let's... I overslept again. I guess she could be the CB radio voice. But I call you this time. Treat me, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me, Baka. Does anyone actually do that, like, finger point things? I don't think people ever do the finger point things. I think that's just an anime. That's mean, treat me. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. But why not? That seems rude. Why am I so rude? I shouldn't be rude. Why I gotta be so rude? Fine, fine. Well, you did wait for me after all. I did. Guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. No, I could, if I feel like it. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Speckled. By the way, treat me. Have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? You know what? I'm already disliking this name. Let me go. Let's see. I quit. Oh, that quits the whole game. I thought there would be something interesting that sort of, like, works with Treat Me, but it's not. It's not going here. 1 second. We're just gonna go through. I'm gonna pick a better name. A proud and noble name. And then we're just gonna skip through everything. Sorry, Renray. Jeff. Wait. I said new game. Why is my name Treat Me again? I said new game. I can't change my name! I wanna change my name! Why won't you let me change my name? Great. Nope, can't change it up. Treat me forever. Finger poke. Already told you I'm not interested in joining any club. I haven't been looking either. Oh, I haven't been looking either. Huh? That's not... Oh, hey, that's not true. You told me you wanted to join a club this year. You can't change it unless you reinstall. I don't have time to do that. Did I? I'm not sure if it's possible that I did. It's one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Ha! Like I'm going to college. I'm gonna be a YouTuber. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Aw, so nice. And I know you're happy now, but I'll die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll take a look at a few clubs. What's a NEET? Is that a well-known acronym? I don't know that one. No promises, though. At least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? She doesn't seem carefree, she's like the opposite of carefree. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. Yeah, like, if you're just not gonna listen to her, just be like, look, we're not friends and go on your way. If you are gonna listen to her, then listen to her. Yeah, there's a lot of people here. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. And I do mean everything. A NEET is like a shut-in? Interesting. Huh. Right, there we go. My page was acting weird. Delete Monika. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Yuri wants me to check out some clubs. Oh. Have fun, Joe Average. Thanks for standing by. NEETs are people who don't work and aren't in school. How do they pay rent? You gotta pay rent. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Fun fact, at my high school, I started the anime club. And then I regretted it. Hello? No, I don't support pineapple pizza. Sayori. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. No, I don't like pizza dipped in milk either. Nani? I don't know what deleting Monika means. I feel like you're saying something with, like, spoilers or something, Reddits. And I don't appreciate it. Let's see. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Parents or the part-time. I made a D&D club. I didn't know about D&D back then. Do you support ketchup on eggs? No, because I don't eat eggs. Nani? Monika? Let's see. I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. But she was the first one to show interest. After the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I like literature. Is this what most, like, dating sim games are, where you play as a character that you have nothing in common with, but you're somehow them? Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? What? Well... Oh, hey. You're not gonna play Joe Average's music. And take your money. I'm just taking your money. The best song only plays for the highest donation of the stream. Anything less than that, and it plays that song. Yeah, you need to beat 15. Sorry. I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And I keep poking my fingers and it's not helping. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned out all of this. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop for a cupcake, okay? Oh, well, yes, let's go! I thought they would change up the text box. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Oh, I'm a sophomore? Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl number 1. Let's see. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori almost said nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? She's gonna be we got country and Irish right here. Where to kill the atmosphere? Treat me, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. I'm trying to do the Dr. Girlfriend voice, but it's not working. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. They're average at best. The pink hair I'm not really a fan of. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. I'm not going to be able to keep track of all these voices. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. But they got big bobbles. Hardleg's voice is dead. I like purple hair number 1. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls, even though she's on the screen there. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, she's the smartest in the club. Oh, she's Yuri. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Treat Me. Monika smiles sweetly. And Monika is Satan. Yo, you're killing me with your voices. Thank you. We do know each other. We, well, rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most beautiful girl in class. Smart, beautiful, a popular girl. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Well, she wears bows to school. I don't trust that at all. So having her smile at me generally feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Treat Me. We made the room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monika. Oh, hey, Jay Amless. Yep. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made those. Get away from them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls had a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa!
Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes,
How did you
decorated to
find my
look like
village?
little
Why do
cats.
those people know my name? Who are they?
The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears.
So cute!
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki.
Ah, well, you know, just hurry up and take one.
I like cheese, it's alright. Sayori grabs one, then Monika, I follow.
It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and already has managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Optimal cupcake efficiency is very important. Natsuke is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down.
Blood squirts from the pancake. Also, it's a pancake instead of a cupcake.
The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I like you, Baka.
Haven't I heard that somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
Eh, I thought you technically did. Sayori said.
Well, maybe, but not for you, you know, you dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. He carefully places a teacup in front of us before setting down the teapot next to my cupcake tray. You keep wanting to... that's me. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you to enjoy good book?
How did you find my village?
I guess.
People know my name. Who are they?
Eh, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know. Yuri is best. Yuri will break you. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Not true. This character has less and less to do with me than ever. I would like literature club, but not tea. Yuri is glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so, you know.
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about budgets and publicly and how everyone prepares for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling my dream.
Hi, Astral 185.
Monika is really a great leader.
Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people here are very interested in putting all the effort into something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow the clubs right here before we graduate, eh? Right, everyone?
Yeah!
We'll do our best.
You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Yeah, I could tell by the fact that they all enthusiastically agreed. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. They're barely different at all. These two are like almost the same. Monika must have worked really hard to find these, just to find these three. Not a single one of them has glasses. Disappoint. Maybe that's why they're all delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. They literally haven't mentioned literature since the club started. So treat me. Oh wait, no. So treat me. What kind of things do you like to read? Well, Naruto mostly. Considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuke's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. To be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand the literature club. Rank 10 YGO? Is he here? Did I miss him? No, I don't think he's here. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Oh, well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. You know, the teacup she doesn't have. Animation is hard. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. And the Communist Manifesto, very good. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is especially impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up when she finds comfort in the worlds of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how much a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, if she says that she likes Lovecraft, instantly. Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp for something I can relate to at a minimum level. Why would you want to play this loser? Completely, just nothing redeeming about him whatsoever. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah, she might have.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that. But if story make me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I think that's a hint right there.
Oh, I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuke's eyes dart over me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind at last club's meeting. It looked like, you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give me that back!
Fine.
See, your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuke and puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
But I have one. Am I in violation of the rules? Oh, no. No, as long as you aren't one. Yes, I'm not very good at doing girls' voices, so all the voices are going to sound pretty manly. Natsuke, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? There are no other choices as far as I can tell.
No,
Natsuki, avert your eyes.
you wouldn't like them. They're mostly about yaoi fanfiction.
Not very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feel. Sharing level of writing takes more than just confidence. You must be strong like Russian mountain. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Or writing, you know, like some kind of Legend of Lefty type thing.
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, we could set an example. Help Natsuki feel more comfortable. Forget about it. ...
In Russian. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone. ...
Question mark in both Russian and Irish voices. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we can share them all with each other.
Ugh, I'm gonna burp. Pardon me.
That way, everyone is even.
In Russia.
Yeah, let's do it.
Plus, now everyone will have a new member. I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other, you know what I'm saying? And strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Treat Me?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club.
How did you find my village?
Oh hey, welcome, Poxiums, or whatever your name is. I can't read it very well. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, you know... I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Those aren't very dejected. The other three, I mean, she looks kind of like she's looking through me. She's more upset than anything. I gotta change that. Okay.
But...
I'm sorry, I thought... in Irish.
Treat me.
To what? Oh yeah, that's my name. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? You just be confident and just say what you feel instead of letting other people rule your life. You could do that. That's something you could do. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend time every day with these beautiful girls, they're average at best. Right. Okay, I've decided then. Anime club for me. Oh, I'll join the literature club, I guess. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Her eyes don't seem very lined up. She seems more surprised. Same with her, they're both just like, oh, but Speed, you cannot fight in this race, oh!
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. Usually it takes bear to scare me.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then let's make it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
We literally just made cupcakes and talked to me.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting.
Monika looks over at me once more.
Treat Me. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
I was gonna draw a picture. That's like literature. Maybe some art. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up beside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuke clean up their food.
Hey, since we're already here, you want to walk home together?
That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after cool stool for clubs.
How did you find my village?
Sure, might as
Why don't
well.
those people know my name?
Hey there, Yellow
Hey.
Nick, 15. Welcome to my village.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Yeah, Sayori, Natsuke, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Or you could actually learn about literature. I mean, is there anyone actually interested in literature? I think I'm more interested in the literature. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I mean, I didn't do the homework that I wanted to do. Pick words that they'll like. Guess I should save. How about I pick the words that I like? How about that, game? I don't have to impress anyone. I don't have to be attached to a girl to make myself feel special. I can just be me. I'm full of uncanny and uncontrollable wrath and vibrant determination. Full of cute pleasure and frightening chocolate. But I must flee, for the milk is skirt, and the intellectual heart is flying through the cheeks of my kitty tenacious suicide, and the landscape that you don't even know. What is it, the next day? Is this in my dreams? What happened to walking to school? I'm confused. I didn't see exactly, but I think Russia was the girl I ended up liking it more. I wonder if it's possible to like balance it out so that they all get equal amounts. I want to make a poem that gets them all. Walking is overrated. Tenacious suicide at the landscape, yes.
Hi again, treat me. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. 20 doesn't evenly divide by 3. Okay, but what if I did 2? No walk for you, the horror of the landscape. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thank you for keep promise treat me. I hope this isn't too overwhelming a commitment for you. I literally just wrote 20 random words down on a piece of paper. I don't know how I could have any less of a commitment. Although, to be fair, I wasn't planning to write anything, so... Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it is like diving into cold Siberian lake during the heart of winter. You hit your head on ice, but must be done again if you want fish.
Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too! I didn't even know if you planned to come here to hang out or what. What if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in a club room.
Wait, you coming down on manga? Manga's alright. The club is your prison. Let's see. Plot twist, this is a dream. Plot twist, this is just a game.
Ma.
Natsuke finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuke plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Treat Me always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking.
This is barely a game. Stop manga shaming hashtag. Let's see.
Like cooking and cleaning my room.
How dependable. Like the Russian winter. Always comes on exactly the 20th. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. It's like CB Radio's room. Ugh. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? Hee hee hee. Better poke my fingers.
I'm trying to poke my fingers together and it's hard to, like, I keep missing. I have to, like, focus on it. I don't know how you would do that and keep eye contact with someone else. You two are good friends, aren't you? Just like Russia and Prussia before World War I. Sit down, let me tell you a story. I might be just a little jealous.
How come you and Treat Me become good? You and Treat Me can become good friends too.
But I am Russian with a man voice. Sayori. Dot, Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she has put me in.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori. Me? No, not really.
Don't be shy, Tildy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when really it's not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal of it if you don't want it to be. All I did was kill a bear and mount its head onto a stick. I just thought, you could be president of the bear club with this bear head on stick and, it's from my country, the motherland! And, alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Oh, that's much less interesting than a bear head on a stick. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. Is it Green Eggs and Ham? Because that's gonna be condescending as fuck, I tell you right now. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. Fucking Green Eggs and Ham, isn't it? And we could, discuss it, if you wanted to. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She's not, she just has a lot of hair. It's gonna take so much time washing, it's probably dirty. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thanks, Yuri, I'll definitely read this. Yeah, it's probably the Communist Manifesto. I enthusiastically take the book. I rip it out of her hands so hard that I accidentally bruise them. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace, or I will break you. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuke is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, am I? But at the same time, I'd feel bad distracting her from her reading. I mean, it is literature club. Yeah, I'm more of a short hair guy. The shape of a book, but it's actually vodka. It's to Mother Russia with love. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. Oh, I'm doing her voice. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Oh. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. in Russian. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. So for some reason we're in this literature club and one person's reading and the other two are talking and we have no actual tasks to do or anything to take up our time. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, he's fine. I was just focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave to me, right? Mm-hmm. In Russian. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Oh. Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. And that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Sometimes these things happen. You go to grab one thing, you put 2, then you get to the register and you're like, yeah, you know, I'm just made of money, might as well just get 2 of them. Oh, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me to decide, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it too. I'm glad to hear that. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. It is about a young Russian woman who lives in Russia and does Russian things. I'm trying to think of Russian jokes and stereotypes to add into this, but I'm drawing a blank. All I can think about is bears! Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Okay, so it sounds pretty Russian. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. And basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. Bears start attacking from everywhere. Just pretend she's a bear on a unicycle, eh? That is what all of Russia is, right? She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. Very realistic. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Wouldn't really call that a gentle giggle. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, treat me? No, it's not that. It just sort of sounds like I Am the Cheese. You ever read I Am the Cheese? I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kind of stories, they get me a little excited, you know what I mean, hearing about that blood. You know, maybe a little bondage, stuff like that. I mean, I'm not saying it out loud, but I'm just saying. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective, you know. There's some things you thought you wouldn't be into, and then suddenly you're into them. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yeah, kind of. Not again. This is how my mother died! The rambling! I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know, I have this problem. You can probably smell it already. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I live in a world of my own. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. or if I mentioned the resistance or the manifesto. When does the fucked up shit? I'm not even sure if there is fucked up shit or how much there is. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
Yeah, but it's not the talking club.
Oh, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to this. Let me get the book. I quickly retrieved the book I'd put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Oh, yes. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's mother's seat. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. Reading with the company of someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. Not a particularly bad thing, maybe even a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. She's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Let's see here. 1 second. Do. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to ask you to shut up, Raditz, or I'm gonna have to, like, block you. I don't know why you're going on about stuff that's, like, obviously spoilers and trying to do stuff like that. Like, the fact that there is a tab or something. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about or why I would delete parts of the game. But it kind of insists that there's, like, more to the game or something. Yuri, you apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... ha. Here, this should work right. I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. I hold my book between... more between the two of them. Oh, I suppose so. She timidly closes her own copy. Our shoulders are almost touching. What's happening with the other girls in here? I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and left side of my book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after flipping to the side. Holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Are you ready?
Are you ready, Steve?
You turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again. Our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep this up. Oh, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me.
No, Joe, you and Yuri aren't married. Yeah, I don't know, I just don't really like visual novels. Because it's like, I have zero control over what's happening, like, stuff is just sort of, like, going on.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. It's assumed that she finished the page before me, so I turn it of my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence. Also, this would be the opposite of me because I read super fast. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange, my thumb letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side so she catches it. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. You'll think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. She also second guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid of doing something wrong. It's not like I could see that in your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. Oh, I see. I'm gonna go into like double time reading here because this is so long. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But treat me. That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that. Well, wait. I didn't mean it I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I just assumed from the look of you that you weren't self-conscious about anything. I guess I meant it's more kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Exclamation point, ... exclamation point.
Okay, everyone.
Exclamation point in Russian.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Oh. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
No, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from my book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight, or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. I mean, in that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. You are very logical, very stoic. In this case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. Why are you not taking... I didn't have a choice! I didn't make any choices, I just sort of like... made a poem and it just put me with this one. I have no idea. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before.
Well, now everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait! Ugh. Oh, burps. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poem. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf notepaper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Vote now on your phones while I take a drink. Monika, get the secret Monika ending. And there's not time for a straw poll. I feel like I see more Monikas. Let's try that. I should start with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in the effort.
I treat me. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring it up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be able to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, treat me. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. That's sort of the barrier we all learn to get past soon enough.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
Great job, treat me. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical.
Thanks about the suicide.
I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing stuff that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, uses simple, direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Very challenging to write like that effectively, allowing people to get something out of it just by feel or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. Too busy smoking.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry about that, darling.
Let's see. Second one. Oh, they're just talking about, okay. I'm looking over at the chat, I see all this stuff, and I'm like, oh god, I'm ignoring the chat.
Do your own thing, hon. Just keep exploring and learn by trying some new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay, darling. I love to see the new things you try. That's the best way to find the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. But don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle produce. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. I blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a hole. Wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. Giggity. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular these days. Lots of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had a kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Kinda nervous to talk about deep stuff because it's kinda coming on strong. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other and stuff. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain point. If you try hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink.
I type everything. Talking about the player in the poem? Not a compliment, Joe. I got a fruit punch for you? Okay.
Let's just move your hand, go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening, Tildy.
Oh, I gotta go through all of them? Who is next? I think people wanted me to show Russia. From Russia with love. ... in Russian. Oh, pardon me. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighting up. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Question mark in Russian? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. Then she takes out toilet paper and starts to wrap it around her face. in Russian, I guess she's thinking he's going to hate me. I don't know how I know that. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous about? It's not like there is bear around. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphor indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? That's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time. It's not. Oh. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. ... in Russian! Well, I knew that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. He traces her finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yes. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. There are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize is that new writers try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter and form fit the two together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Bye, Emily. Oh, have a good one, Emily. Or Emil, sorry. I got a thing for a second. Of course, that's not something I can be blamed for. There are many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example to try new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Especially dumb bitches! Just looks over at Natsuki. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Ghostwriter under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calming breath air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. ... in Russian. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest. Usually I write long fan fictions that have a little bit of gore in them, maybe some foot fetishism, some male pregnancy. I'll be sure to bring one of those next time. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Oh, hoo-hoo? What the what? Hoo-hoo? What the fuck is hoo-hoo? Actually, the story isn't about the ghost at all, treat me. Really? I must have missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, but remember, poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's really nothing. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You'll think so? Yeah, of course. Oh, you know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end I enjoy it. Going to keep doing my best for you, treat me. Me too. I'm gonna do the best for me. Oh, Natsuke's next.
Oh? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't invoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Sorry. Well, anyway, I guess I'll need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
I love the music change.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
What are you in, like, 3rd grade? I thought you were a first year high school student, not like an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I told you you weren't going to like it.
I like it. Don't lie!
What? Just be honest.
I am.
Why are you so convinced that
why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
It kind of does.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I feel like it's easy to read, but it hits you hard.
It doesn't hit me. It's just way too deep. Holy shit, she has attitude.
I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everything around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about that.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice things about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. Brings out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. But you can do that with complex writing too. You could do both. And then it would be twice as good. It's too deep and I didn't even bring any rope. Jeez, James. It went more into it. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuke is feeling proud, I won't take that away from her. And that just means Sayori's left. ...
in girl voice. This is a good poem, treat me. Are you sure it's your first time?
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all.
Wasn't planning to.
People know my name. Who are they?
Really happy just that you wrote one. Reminds me of how you're really part of the club now, Tildy.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of the whole club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but doesn't mean it won't break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, treat me. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things for other people. That's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you, Tildy.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
Yay, Tildy! Now I read my poem to you too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this, hee hee hee.
We'll see about that. Points to Hardleg for following through with the voices and remembering the voice. Yeah, I mean, this is... I feel like if this has a spooky part, it's like trying to be really subtle about it. Or it's taking a really long time. How long have I been doing this so far?
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning Makes you feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Makes me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Or are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I feel like she wrote this in the morning before breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No, just a little bit.
I think I've been insulted, but I'm too slow to grab. How long will this dating sim go for Joe to be called Treat Me? Yep. You can't just answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least it makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Oh, snap.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think of all the poems, I liked hers the best. It felt the most genuine. The other two were like trying to say something, but hers was just like her actual feelings. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast, finger point. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Hehe, Tildy. This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
Next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. We won't even have to write poems after I'm done with them. It'll be the last poem ever written in the history of forever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. A little more stressful than I anticipated. Everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. They're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land next to Yuri and Natsuke. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuke's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Hey, did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuke dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute. Or cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. That's not how suggestions work.
Hardleg has to write a poem about how Eminem writes a song, wants to beat... let's see... Cliche, puffy face. Yeah, I just get whichever one I get. There's so few choices in this, most of it's just reading.
Which people did like, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Treat Me did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come up with something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Nen!
And Treat Me liked my poem too, you know, even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuke suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I said in Russian. Ooh, in Russian. You're just in Russian. Yuri stands up as well. You know, if I wanted to watch two girls argue about poems, I could have... I don't know what I could have done, actually. I just feel like there would have been a better choice to do that, not have to be in front of a whole bunch of people. The sheer amount of sass that Irishman has is present. maybe you're just jealous that Treat Me appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Oh, and how do you know he doesn't appreciate my advice more? You little leprechaun. Are you a fool of yourself?
No, I wasn't full of myself. I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Oh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Treat Me started showing up. Did they?
Natsuke!
Natsuke, that's a little...
This doesn't involve you in both Russian and Irish.
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as they just noticed I was standing there. Treat Me. She's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Treat Me.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. The only way to convey complex feelings and meaning is the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it is also a waste. You understand that, right, Treat Me? Well, in both Russian and Irish. ... in English. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? I don't know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I mean, I agree with Yuri more, but I already did stuff for Yuri. I don't really agree with Yatsuke. I mean, they both make decent arguments. Sayori, help me! The Natsuke. Natsuke glares at me, drawing up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. ... in Russian. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. ... Sayori.
Huh?
Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable.
That's what you come up with? This protagonist is terrible.
How can the two of you keep fighting when you're making Sayori sad? Everyone watch out for the baby.
Treat Me. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
I would never. It's your immaturity that has made her upset in the first place.
Well, excuse me, princess. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop!
Underscore in Russian and Irish.
Natsuke, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I like breakfast, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuke's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with so few words. And Yuri's are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Why are you fighting? Because...
Well, there wouldn't be much game if we didn't.
Also, Natsuke's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. ... in Irish. ...
in Russian. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Clearly, she measured Yuri's boobs. Monika stands behind with her bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuke sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. We have the J aimless route. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but something is weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see.
Tildy.
Take good care of her, okay? I'd hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. You can count on me.
Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president. Only I could get a chance to talk to her a little bit more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. Feel about sharing poems.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly.
Treat me, how about you?
I'd like to never do it again, please. It was a neat thing to talk with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too, so your poems will turn out better. ...
in Hardleg. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world!
I did learn more about the kind of poems everyone likes. With any luck, it means I can do a little better job at impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Treat me! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Hee hee hee.
Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since we spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, after what happened earlier,
What do you mean?
you know, between Yuri and Natsuke, does this thing happen often?
No. That's the first time I've seen them fight like that. Put a boy between them and they just, they're one-sided. They're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
You treat me. Nice I get to spend time with you in the club. Seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me happiest. Really think everyone likes you too.
That's...
Hee hee hee. Every day is gonna be so much fun.
sigh. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Yeah, you can just be friends with everyone. Why not? This is cool. Well, let's just see what the future holds. I pat Sayori on the shoulder like she's some kind of dog. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do this shit. Okay. Let's save here. Now this is a story all about how I sat down with the Doki Doki pals. Going to write a poem and sit right here and tell you how I became the president of the literature club. Okay, so let's see. Poetry or rap? Hardleg fire freestyle. Let's see. Awesome. That makes her happy. Bubbles. Crimson. She'll like that. Tragedy. Wait, why does she like tragedy? Massacre? Okay, she likes that. Swimsuit? Okay. So they've all got two. Is there a way I can... Whoa. What did I do? Okay. Trying to think of how I can match the rest of this up. So there's 13 left.
Working with the fireflies. I'm infallible. I got the memories. I'm going disaster. You know, with the comfort when you really got your special journey. You got the chocolate and you can't believe the rain clouds. Uncanny. Graveyard. Determination. And then grief. A Doki Doki. I got anxiety. I didn't know, but I really didn't go, but I had to do the things and you want to go, whoa!
Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten more comfortable over the past few days. Entering the club, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, treat me.
Yo, Sayori. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're dying. I hope you enjoy it. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
Hee hee hee. I'm still not used to you being the club.
I see. That was amazing. Monika just followed? Wait, did she? I didn't even look. That happened so much. Let's see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always simple things to get you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. You come with me to buy snacks?
No thanks.
Eh? That's not like you at all!
I have my reasons. No, I'm not liking the name Treat Me. I still regret. I would have liked to have been like Shitface or something.
Why do those people know my name?
Sayori is now following. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Eh? Why that all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted you to look at it.
Ah,
Sayori retrieves her coin purse, fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Lets the contents spill on the decks. Only 2 small coins fall out.
ha 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 ha!
I knew it. I could see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair! How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Oh, she wanted me to buy her drinks? Oh, protag. I can't see protag saying things. Oh, protagonist. Oh, gotcha. Holy cow, that was meta. I can rap and voice act. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option.
Wah! I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh ho ho ho! Yuri suddenly giggles in. Yeah? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Oh, I wasn't listening or anything, baka. It was just something in my book. Hello there, Joe. Welcome to the literature club. Howdy.
Yuri! Tell Treat Me to let me borrow some money.
Don't get involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can possibly afford. After pulling that mischievous little shunt, your suffering is fair enough retribution. ... Oh, I didn't mean that. I get absorbed in my book. You.
Aha! I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you.
There's no way you could think that.
So you were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution. I am Monika, the club president. Pleased to meet you. Neat. Raditz hates you, Monika. You should talk to him. Pay him a visit.
That's...
Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. She told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuke into making them.
Well, Raditz, how does it feel, bro? Go on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Welcome to the Literature Club. Pwap! Kia! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles out of the desk. Raditz is sharpening his spoon. That won't protect you, Raditz.
Oh! That was, a cookie.
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is it a miracle? Cookies from heaven? I paid my restitution?
Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked.
I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction. Natsuke, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite.
So good. Mm.
Sayori suddenly clasps her hand over her mouth.
I bit my tongue. They're going through a lot over just one cookie.
Natsute takes a bite of her own cookie.
Oh, yours looks really good too, Natsuke. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate.
Yeah, why do I think I gave you that one?
Fine.
I'd consider feeding you. I mean, you did give me $10. I'd feed you cookies.
Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one. Oh,
That's Sayori.
that you share this one with me. Tildy.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuke, then wraps her arms around her.
Ah, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuke reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh, she's meditating now. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuke's cookie.
Hey, did you seriously just do that?
Mouth full, Sayori trots away to safety. They will be here soon. Neat. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori? Huh?
Natsuke glances around. Monika isn't in the club room. She's at school, or she's at home, watching the stream, clearly. Monika about to squat up.
Ugh, where's that Monika anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do. She's pretty popular after all. Eh?
Gotta put that in there.
Eh? You don't think she has a...
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desire than all of us combined.
That's so true. Excuse me.
Suddenly the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys aren't worried or anything.
Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed.
A boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monika quizzically glances over. Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Ah, well, my last period today was in...
Ew, I don't need to hear. Oh, wrong kind of period. That just. Whoops.
To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time.
That makes sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
Piano? Or piano? I wasn't aware you played the music at all, Monika. Oh, 1 second. I'm getting a text message from... Oh, hey. Thanks, two cubic tons. I appreciate it. Someone's saying there's drama on the Discord. Great. 1 second. Sorry, guys. I have duties to take care of. My apologies for interrupting the thing for whoever's listening. I just need to check on the Discord. Oh, it's just Raditz continuing to say things. Yeah, Raditz, just don't bother people. Someone says there's drama at the Discord interrupting the stream. It's just calm down, man. It's just a game. It's all good here. Let's go ahead and quit that. It's like he's in the stream, I could just tell him here. I thought people were like actually fighting. It's just Raditz freaking out about Monika still. Like just calm down, Raditz. It's a game. Let's see.
I just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. Play something for us.
That's...
Monika looks at me.
Maybe once I get a little better, I will.
Yay, Tildy. That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, treat me.
Monika smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I really love a chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapades. It's not really important. I'm sure Natsuke will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuke disappeared into the closet. Into the closet. Just gone. I'm a master tier vote. Man! It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself? Guess I could read the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, I can't give up. The festival's our chance to show everyone what literature's all about. The problem is the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like all that, you know. We just need a way of showing to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds.
Go for Yugling right now? Too spooky going to bed. There's no Irish. This is like the least spooky, except for the fact that she showed up in stream. And I'm not even sure if that's something that the game is doing. Because that seems weird. I don't know how the game would know that. Or I assume that someone's just on stream who goes in and pops in to see spooky things. This doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. I went to sleep in anime clubs sometimes. More important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? After they come, we can do the things to spark their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good plan. You think food will do the trick?
Well, what kind?
Well, I guess we could.
Cupcakes!
Good thinking.
I want to start my own fight club. I want Doki Doki Fight Club here. Tyler Durden. His name was Robert Palmer.
Natsuki would love to make 1,000,000 cupcakes.
Ah, you're right. She makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. Meow.
Literature Fight Club. You take books and hit each other with them. Great, someone's summoning Exodia.
That wasn't why you suggested it.
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Meow.
Dot dot dot.
In voice. Needs more obliteration.
Cupcakes it is then.
I'm hungry.
Anyway, we need to work out the details of the event itself.
I find myself smiling. At the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and come to life. That's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ooh-ah. Ugh. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face, filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
There's a napping club? Why can't I be playing Doki Doki Napping Club? That'd be so much more relaxing. Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard.
It's true, though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Every club is the napping club if you're brave enough.
It's what I do best.
That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Eh? Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret. You'll have to torture me to find out.
Can we get a Hardleg sleeping club? I wish. But thank you again, Life Cola Gaming. That is, or leader of Cola Gaming. Why am I saying Life Coling? Leader of Cola Gaming. Thank you again. Who's following now? The villain? Okay. Wait, was the villain is following?
At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. It's written all over you.
Eh?
Sayori glances around herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over the place. Her hair is the same as it always is.
Ah!
I run my fingertips down through Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this.
My hair is just hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Your bow isn't straight either. It looks as straight as it was the first time we saw her. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar. I don't see it. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger.
But nobody would even notice that.
Of course they would. This girl's sounding more and more like me. I wake up late, brush my hair, fuck it, stains everywhere. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because I don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that.
You meanie, making me poke my fingers together.
You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
Eh? That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better you look, you'll change your mind.
Hehehe. This is so funny.
What is?
Well, it's weird to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Don't say that, Baka. You'll make me feel weird about it, Baka. It's okay, though, Baka.
I'm happy we're like this, aren't you?
I guess, Baka.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to close the bust button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
Sigh. If you ever button it, it would notice sooner that it doesn't fit anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud.
Hee 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 hee.
Anyway, you look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. You. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. We wouldn't want to have two kinds of art. But yeah, this girl is exactly like me. Like, I still wear, like, I haven't bought new clothes in years. I still wear the clothes I had from high school, even though most of them don't fit, because I just don't care.
Phew. So much better.
Sayori puts her arms around and twirls.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And if you take care better of me than anyone anyway, that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying these embarrassing things. I don't get why they're all embarrassing. Never buy new life clothes. Never buy new clothes. Life goal.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just try to focus on waking up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier.
Fine. Can you still breathe in your old clothes? Yeah? Is this game safe for Twitch? I don't know. So far, I've been here for like 2 hours. It's not done anything. It's a deal.
Hee hee hee. We're really better taking care of ourselves than we are taking care of each other.
I guess so.
Come and wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
It's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Oh, hey, everyone.
Monika suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! Treat me, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away. I guess I should save again. There we go. Return. 2 hours and like one real choice. Good job, game. You're pretty much a book. I fail to sound enthusiastic. Okay. Gotta start with Monika every time.
Hi again, treat me. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
The dentist system? I don't even know what that is. I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share something that you wrote today?
Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monika. ...
Alright, I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so? You and Sayori...
You and Sayori are good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common.
Oh, well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Yeah, I guess he's different from the protagonist, just not different from me. This game was made by someone who really wants to share their poetry, but knew no one who would read it. So unless there were semi-attractive girls reading them.
Well, that may be the case, but there's also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like you two really care for each other, even if you show it in different ways. That's the vibe I get.
You're sure you're not reading into it that much?
I could be. Oh gosh, you sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own.
This game was really made by someone who wanted someone like me to fall asleep. Yeah, kind of.
And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out. I hope you do too.
Alright, let's look.
Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, and blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop. Violent gyrating waveforms. Speaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless.
Load me. Load me? Interesting. It's like she's trapped in a computer. The colors everywhere and the waveforms. Either that or she wants me to save... Load me. Load? Nope, there's no load for her. Let's save, though, in slot 9. Why not?
Load me with your white cream.
It's even more abstract than your last one.
It's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it.
No, I never said that. It's the kind of thing I've never seen before, I guess.
I kinda like playing with space on paper. Choosing when and where to space your words can change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Where I wrote the lines really short makes me feel like they're trying to speak over the noise.
I see. Still hard for me to tell what it's going on about, though. Last poem was about being watched while being played. This one's about being trapped in the game. Yeah, possibly. Well, like I said, it's the waveform. Well, I guess there is music in this game. But she was the one who was on the stream, so maybe she could see stuff. That was a lot of typos.
Asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. They can be abstract as physical expressions of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. Not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game.
That's not a writing tip. That's a musical. That's a game tip.
You never know what might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Alright. Go to Yuri because her voice is easier to do. Everyone else is just pixels to screen to everyone else. Yeah, I mean, you don't know what I am. You've never seen me. I could just be a sentient computer program. Let's see what you have written for today. ... This is pretty good, treat me. Were you influenced by seeing everyone else's writing styles yesterday? I guess you could say that. I was also surprised how differently everyone writes, so I respect you for trying new things. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like tuning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I'm an alien controlling the Matrix.